So Second Sight's really about what things might happen if psychic powers were real in the world, and the immediate consequences of people finding out about them, and maybe the military implications of it. The protagonist of the game is John Vatic, who, when you initially see him in the game, he's in a medical facility where he's clearly been experimented on. He's trying to escape, and he has psychic powers, and they kind of make him a psychic Superman as he battles his way out. The story of how he got there is explained in this other narrative thread, which you explore through flashbacks. So sometimes you're playing a level after these events have happened to him, and sometimes you're playing a level before the events. The game also has a whole thread of it which is about shooting. Free Radical have always had a good reputation as doing shooting games, and we wanted to keep the kind of fluidity of that in a third-person game. The shooting, like the psychic abilities, uses a kind of lock-on targeting, which makes you able to move around character stuff, and then we've got kind of a little soft adjust on the aiming where you can use one of the analog sticks to tweak for headshots or leg shots and things. It's nice because we've got these two threads to it, the shooting thread and the psychic thread, and switching between those allows you to improvise sort of different kinds of gameplay, different parts of the game. So the game engine is it's based on the Time Splitters technology, which uses Time Splitters 2, although it's come a long way from then. With having it as a single player experience, it's meant to be able to push up a lot of the poly counts on the things we're using, and there's a lot more textures and detail in the environments. We're streaming in the environments in this, which is something we haven't done before, so that's again freed up memory for doing things. We're using shadowing in the background, even on PS2, which is nice. I mean, I think at this stage in the cycle, in the hardware cycle, in PS2 particularly, we're pushing it really quite hard. I think you can see in the PS2 version, you'll see a lot of effects which you might have only expected to see, say, on Cube or Xbox before making it on the PS2. It's a very immersive game in that as you play through, the events which happen in the past and in the present are kind of intertwined, and things that John Vatic does when he plays levels in flashback actually influence the future and allow him to kind of find his way through the twisted kind of plot of the game. I think people will find it a very rewarding experience where they'll have a very strong feeling that they're kind of guiding the narrative and guiding the story.